In this video, I'm going to answer a common question that I get, which is I want to find a high ticket sales job, but I don't know how to identify what a good business is to sell for. Well, what do they look like? So I'm going to tell you the 3 things that you need to look for in a high ticket sales offer that will tell you if you can make $10K a month and more consistently for that business. A business or an offer, whatever you want to call it, needs to have these 3 things. There are obviously more important things when it comes to evaluating a business, but these are the main 3. If you have these 3 things, you will make money. So let's get into it. Number 1 is going to be a legitimate, expensive digital product. And by expensive, I mean at least $3,000. High ticket products, good ones, are generally going to be priced between $3K and $10K. That is the most common range. And by legitimate, I just mean the product is getting people good results. The more expensive the product is, the higher your commission is going to be for every sale. That's why this is important. And this is one of the main benefits of high ticket sales is you are selling expensive things. That's one reason you can make so much money doing this. And a lot of times, the more expensive the product, the easier the sales are going to be to make. People think it's the opposite, but when you're selling something that's pretty expensive, like $10,000 or more, the people who are buying that tend to have money and they tend to be more sophisticated buyers. And by sophisticated, I just mean they give you less headaches. So like you say the price and they're like, cool, sounds good. Here it is. The cheaper the product is, the worse clients you're going to get. If you ever run a business, you will find this out fast. It's always the worst clients who cause you the most problems and have the most like personal issues that will give you hell for like $500. And someone like with a huge following, like ask them that sell something like low ticket, okay? Let's say it's like a $49 product. Ask them how many shitty clients they get that buy that $49 product and then fucking complain about it. Whereas people who buy something that costs like $20,000, ask them how much they love their clients. No issues, just smooth working with good clients. I've sold things that cost $20,000 over text before. TEXT, $20,000. Not a sales call, text. And the prospects are like, cool, sending it now, send me the link. The cheaper the product, the more people you get who are like, well, I don't know, can you work with me for free and then I'll pay you later after I get the results? So you take all the risk, but I take no risk, you know? Run away if someone ever does this to you. If you ever run a business, this is a massive personal red flag for that person. The people who always do the best are the ones that are willing to invest into anything, into their success. They have skin in the game. The more they spend, the more invested they will be and the more serious they will take it. Now, tangent over. How do you know how much that product costs? How do you know how much a business product costs? Because generally they're not going to make social media posts like, hey, this is how much my high ticket product costs. So what you want to do is just look at the type of product that they're selling. High ticket products are generally going to be some kind of coaching program, a mentorship, a marketing service like paid ads, agency services, courses, software, and none of the products that I just mentioned cost $49, right? They're going to cost thousands of dollars. So if you see that they're selling a product that's usually priced high ticket, that's all you need to see to continue moving forward or just trying to sell for them. So what you can do is just click on the links in their bio, go through to their sales pages, see what they're selling. Or, I've done this in the past too, it's not efficient for outreach or doing volume, but you could just get on a sales call with them and pretend that you're interested in buying the product, right? It's like, just be resourceful. And also, I have plenty of videos on this channel where I share my screen and I show you how to go through a sales funnel and identify what they're selling, how much it costs, so those are all there too. But the first thing you need is just identify, are they selling something high ticket that people are buying? If people are buying it and it's expensive, you will make money as a closer. Number 2, the business owner has a solid personal brand because this is where all the leads come from. That means solid personal brand means they have put time into their social media and they post good content. Also, engagement on their content is a good sign, one of them, that people are buying what they're selling and that they might need a salesperson. So are they getting likes? Are they getting comments? Is this consistent? And I don't really care about their follower number these days. I've seen people making $100,000 plus a month with like 500 followers. It's the most least relevant metric that there is. Their follower count is not a good indicator of how much money they are making. This isn't 2016. And people can also buy followers, so you have no way of knowing, but you can't really fake engagement, because even if they have like bots doing the comments, you can tell that they're bots. It's instantly obvious. And one way you can tell if someone's following is legit is if they have like 50,000 followers, right? Or more on Instagram, but then you go and look at their real views and it's like 500 views on every video. They probably bought those followers. So, because it's just a huge discrepancy, right? That doesn't make any sense. So just look at their comments. Does it seem like people like them and their brand? Things like this. And this is an important point to note. It doesn't even need to be a lot of engagement. Numbers can be very deceiving. I've seen people with less than 5,000 followers doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month with only like 15 to 20 likes on a post. So these are just guidelines and not rules. You want to keep that in mind. Also, just look at their YouTube, look at their Instagram. Does it look like they put time into this? That is the more important factor. Do they have clear links in their bio? Do they have their sales pages and funnels set up properly? All of this is important, right? And it shows that they take this seriously. And the biggest one, do they post every day? Like, you can look at my Instagram and this YouTube, I post all the time. You're not going to see large gaps between my social media posting because I take this seriously. If there's large gaps, especially in their Instagram content where they don't post for like weeks at a time, that is a very bad sign. In social media these days, basically free advertising for their business. So if they're not advertising for their business, what the fuck do you think the rest of the business looks like? This is just obvious. When I see this, I'm just like, something's going on here. They're not making money. Why are you not doing this? All you have to do is push buttons and just post every day, all the time. It takes like no effort. All of these things are part of building a solid personal brand and indicate that they take it seriously. And again, if you see large gaps in their posting, they're not taking it seriously. Because if they take their business seriously, that means they make money and that's who you want to sell for. That's the punchline. Number 3, and this is probably the most important, is they have a consistent volume of sales calls. Because if they have that, meaning every day their calendar is filled with booked calls, you as the closer are always going to have calls to take, and you will make consistent sales. It's really that simple. The number one limiter of a salesperson in any high ticket offer is they just usually aren't getting enough calls. Like, it's nothing else. If you're selling something high ticket and you have a booked calendar of calls every day, it's almost impossible for you to not make a lot of money. Like, that's it. That's what it comes down to, bare bones. But if you get on an offer and you're selling something high ticket and one day you get lots of calls, but then another day or two there's like no calls, it's like super inconsistent, then yeah, your money's going to be inconsistent as well. So to me, this is the most important one. If you have a calendar full of sales calls every day, you will make money. Period. Any business that knows what they're doing is going to have this handled. And a good business also doesn't hire a salesperson unless he's got consistent sales calls, right? So these things kind of work themselves out. If a business owner, and this is a very common issue, which I talk about all over this channel, that I'm not going to get into in this video, but if a business owner is hiring a salesperson before he has consistent sales calls booked, it's because he wants you to do a ton of outbound. And those are not the jobs that you want. So how do you check this? You can look at their personal brand. Is it strong? Lots of engagement? Okay, good. And then to verify or confirm it, when you get on the interview, you just ask them. I know you're expecting some like trick or something easier, but this is pretty easy. You just ask them on the interview. You just go straight to the source. I give every client in my program specific questions to ask on the interviews. It will tell me everything I need to know about the role. After the interview, I will know if it's a good role or a terrible role. And one of those questions is, how many sales calls do you have scheduled a day? Do you have a calendar of scheduled sales calls consistently all the time? Things like this. If they say yes, that's good. Now, can they lie to you? Sure, but that's rare and you don't really need to worry about these things. You just need to get to work and start looking for jobs and implementing the things that I'm giving you in these videos. So these are the 3 main things that you want to identify that a business has so that you can know if you can make 10K a month or more in high ticket sales. That's the end of the video. If you want my help getting a closer role or an appointment setter role, there's links in the description. Until next time.